Now, how well do you know San Diego? Today, we're exploring Point Loma, which is a hilly peninsula located just north of Coronado and kind of defines San Diego Bay. You can actually see the bay and the backdrop of downtown San Diego behind me. Point Loma is home to several military installations, including Naval Base Point Loma, which employs over 22,000 people on site. Also happens to be where my wife and I got married. But hey, that's a whole nother story. And if you don't know me, my name is Dan Parker. I'm the San Diego real estate guy, and I help people from all over the US move here to San Diego. So if you have any questions about San Diego, moving here, living here, reach out. My contact info is below, or check out my other videos. I think you'll enjoy them too. Now I'm gonna go over everything that you need to know about living in, moving to, or just visiting Point Loma, whether you're active military, a veteran, or just a regular old civilian. I'm gonna talk about all the restaurants, the best places to go, things to do, but we're gonna start off with a very brief history lesson. Now, Point Loma is historically significant because it is the landing point of the first European-led expedition to California in 1542. The interesting thing about this is there was actually another 200 years before a permanent European settlement was established here in San Diego. And now that we got that brief history lesson out of the way, let's go check out some of the neighborhoods and see what Point Loma is all about. Now, we're starting off with Shelter Island, which actually isn't an island, it's just a former sandbank of the San Diego Bay. There are some truly iconic places to come visit over here in Shelter Island. You have the Bali High, where you can go get married or just go get one of their famous Mai Tais. They actually only allow you to have 2 per person. It's a true thing. They're so strong, they only allow you to have 2 per person. There's also Humphreys by the Bay, we can go see concerts. You have the Brigantine restaurant over there. It's just full of restaurants and things to do. It's right on the bay, so you get to check out all the boats are riding around in the bay, and it's a highly desirable area. And if you're looking to live in, or I guess maybe buy Shelter Island, there are some condos available, maybe starting at around $700,000. They're not gonna be anything too fancy. Single family homes are gonna start at around 1.1 to 1.8 is kind of the starting area. Now think luxury, boating life. So this is where all the yacht clubs are, this is where all the nice restaurants are, and this is a really unique experience. Now, Sunset Cliffs is maybe the most beautiful place in Point Loma. You can see right behind me, it's right along the water, and unlike Liberty Station, other parts of Point Loma, which are overlooking the bay where all the boats are docked, it's just kind of filled with all these different boats. This is just facing the Pacific Ocean, so you don't really have a lot between you and the ocean. That's it. You just have this wonderful view. When the sun sets over here, there are very few other places I'd rather be in San Diego. Now, to be completely honest, there aren't too many condos available in Sunset Cliffs. It's a lot of single-family detached properties, beachfront, close to the water. So you may be able to find a condo starting at around $850. You'll see a few of those out there. But for detached properties, you're going to be starting at around $1.3 million, up to $3 million is kind of the average, more or less. It still goes up from there, but that's really where you're going to see a lot of the properties over here. And if you're curious what housing prices are going for today, what's actually for sale on the market, doesn't matter when you're watching this, I'm going to drop some links in the description below. All you have to do is click on that link and you can see all the homes for sale right here. Next up in Point Loma is one of my favorite places to hang out in Point Loma, which is Ocean Beach. I've actually talked about this before in my Beach Bargain Neighborhoods Under $1 Million video, which I'll probably put a link to somewhere. But this is just a great chill place to hang out. The beaches are beautiful. They have an awesome dog beach. The restaurants are really, really good. I'll actually throw a couple of my favorite restaurants in the link down below. And you can actually find more homes here for a little bit better of a price than some of the other beach neighborhoods. So condos starting at around $500,000 and detached properties starting at around $875. All right, so we're gonna go real central next. Point Loma Heights and Loma Portal. So these are basically just the central residential areas within Point Loma. You can get to all these other areas that we're talking about within a 10-minute drive or less. If you're looking to find a property in this area, condos starting at around $400,000 to $500,000, townhomes around $700,000, and there are a lot of townhomes over here. And detached properties, kind of $800,000 to $1.5 million is that starter range if you want to live in a detached property in Point Loma, center heart of Point Loma. And lastly, one of the best places to hang out in San Diego, if you ask me, Liberty Station. So this actually used to be a naval training ground. And you see it real quick just by the type of buildings that you're surrounded by. There's flags everywhere, there's monuments, there's all sorts of military and naval sites that you can see while you're walking around. And what makes Liberty Station so interesting is really all the restaurants and shopping that you have when you're walking around. You have things like Stone Brewing, World Bistro and Gardens, Slater's 50/50, and then you have the Liberty Public Market. The Liberty Public Market is a fully indoor market of local vendors, so local restaurants, local food stands. You can get all sorts of things in there, from bratwurst to craft beer to wine, Peruvian food, sushi. There's a little farmer's market going on in there. It's one of those places that's kind of hard to describe, but you just have to experience it for yourself. Now, I hope you guys found that video helpful. I spent the day in Point Loma, which is always a good day. Now, I think it's time to go to Stone Brewing and grab a beer. But if you have any questions on San Diego and Point Loma, if you're moving to San Diego and want some more information, if you're a military personnel, veteran moving to San Diego or anywhere else, make sure to look into the Homes for Heroes program, which I'm going to plug a little video right here for you. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel. We'll see you next time.